Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are going to start lecture 6 on advanced microeconomics. Last day we were discussing game theory. Today we will start applications of game theory, and before starting the applications, here I am going to explain some necessary terms about which you must be well aware. First, you know the term cooperative game. What is the cooperative game? Actually, a cooperative game is such type of game in which player has the option of binding agreements like this, that binding agreements in which player can make binding agreements. While what are the non-cooperative game? That is opposite of cooperative game, in which player has no binding agreements. And what's that term? Third, finite game and infinite game. Actually, finite game in which player has actually finite number of strategies which the player is going to adopt for the starting of the game, and how many strategies the player can be adopt. If the player is in the position to adopt finite number of strategies, it is called finite game, and if the player is in the option and the position to adopt infinite number of strategies, it is called infinite game. Next one is what is zero sum game and non-zero sum game. These two terms are very important, on which we are going to do the numericals in the next. For example, first we discuss what is zero sum game. If the player zero sum game, actually when such type of situation in which a player what's gain, second player actually is same loss. For example, one player gets 2% benefit, second player is losing 2% of benefits. It's mean overall situation will be 0. It's mean benefit of one player is equal to the loss of another player. This is the situation of a balance, mean what will be the profit of one person, that will be the loss of another person. So it's called zero sum game. There will be nothing obtained in this game. And what is a non-zero sum game? Non-zero sum game is if the total sum of the game is non-zero, mean like the zero sum game where benefit and loss was equal, but in this game benefit and loss is not equal. Maybe in some situation loss is greater than benefit, or in some situation benefit is greater than loss. Any situation can happen, but it depends upon the situation of the market according to which players are going to play. Let's discuss the applications of the game theory. Actually, game theory applied in many fields, not only economics, in real life, in political economics, in psychology, in sociology, in economics. It's a wide concept. And if we see the game theory in the field of economics, how economists use this into the real life. Actually, game theory is very interesting topic, and when the firms are going to decide about their production, about their profit, about their loss, and how they have to play into the economy, how to have they play into the competitive market, they actually utilize or they take help from the game theory. And economists use game theory as a tool to analyze economic competition, economic phenomena such as bargaining, mechanism design, auctions, voting theory, experimental economics, political economy, behavioral economics, and actually it is applied for determining different strategies into the business world. Game theory is a wide concept, and that is going to use into the different fields, and we can understand the concept by solving different types of numericals. Let's start numericals on different strategies of game theory, so you clearly understand the concept of game theory. First, we see that as I tell you about the zero sum game, so we see how the zero sum game can be solved when two firms are playing. Actually, zero sum game can be solved with the help of two types of methods. First, we see Minimax method, and then we see dominant method. So first we are going to solve zero sum game with the help of Minimax method. What is Minimax method? Before its definition, you can see here below table is given, and this table show two types of firms, firm A and firm B. See here that firm B having four options: B1, B2, B3 and B4. These options are actually the strategies which firm can adopt. And firm A has three options: A1, A2 and A3. These are actually strategies which firm A can adopt. You have to see this how we have to solve this table with the help of Minimax method. Let's see here. This is the solution. When you have to find the solution like this, that firm A have three strategies and firm B have four strategies. You have to solve the problem that you take the maximum values column wise. What is column wise? Like this, column wise, and take minimum value row wise. First, see, you take first column 1, 5, minus 2. You take first column like this. I explained you till here. This is A1, A2 and A3. Actually A1, A2 and 3. These are the three values: 1, 5, minus 2. And from the first column, you have to take the maximum value. What is the maximum value? 1, 5 and minus 2. Which is the biggest value among these three? Biggest value is 5. Biggest value is 5. So you take it 5. Clear? From the first column, from column wise, you have to take the maximum value. From this column, you take the maximum value, that is 5. Next, if you see in the second column, you have to take the maximum value: minus 3, 6 and minus 1. Which is the maximum value? 6. Understand? From each column you have to choose the maximum value. Clear? In the next column you see 2, 4, 0. 2, 4, 0. Which will be the maximum value among 2, 4 and 0? Which will be the maximum value? That will be the 4. Clear? And what will be the next from the first column? What will be the maximum value? If you see it from 3, 5, 1, which is the biggest value? Of course, it is the 5. Yes. Now you can see we have arranged all the columns, and from all the columns we have taken out the maximum value. You have to arrange the columns through with the help of maximum. So arrange the column maximum value, column maximum. You have arranged the column maximum 5, 6, 5, 6, 4 and 5. You have arranged like this. Now you have to arrange rows. What is rows? Like this. 1 minus 3 2 3. This is the first row. From row you have to draw the minimum value. You have to draw the minimum value. Row minimum value. And what is the minimum value? Check it. From the first row, 1 minus 3 2 3. Which is the minimum value? Of course it is minus 3. I am giving the minimum value green color, so you can easily understand. From the row, minus 3 is the minimum value. You can check the row like this: 1 minus 3 2 3. This is the row, first row, and from first row you have to draw the minimum value. Minimum value is minus 3. From second row, 5 6 4 5. Which is the minimum value? 4. Yes, it is the 4. 4 is the minimum value. Yes. From third row, you can see minus 2, minus 1, 0 and 1. Which is the minimum value? Minus 2. Minus 2 is the minimum value. Yes. So how you have to find the solution? This is the main thing. That's the need you have to understand. When you have done all this work, that you have arranged column wise maximum values and you have arranged row wise minimum values. Now you have to find the solution. You have to take that value which is common between the both, between the maximum column and between the row minimum row. If you see, in the column maximum 4 and in the row minimum 4, both are the common values. It means at this strategy, when firm A play strategy A2, it's get 4 profit, and when strategy from B play strategy B3, it gets 4 profit. It means 4 equal to 4. This is the solution of the game. I give it the color blue. This is actually the solution. What is the solution? You can see here. This is the solution. Since A's gain equals B's loss, it's mean that it's the zero-sum game. Zero-sum game, how we can say it zero-sum game? Because one form, what's the one form is obtaining, that's the second form is losing. So form A gains 4% share of the market at the expense of the form B. Clear? This is the clear situation to you. This is the solution. This is actually the saddle point. We can say it's the saddle point. You can write it. You can write it. This is actually A2 and B3. On A2 and B3, you obtain the saddle point. You can call it saddle point. What you can call it? Saddle point. Saddle point. Saddle point. Which is the saddle point? A2 B3. This is the saddle point on which form A's gain, equals the B's loss. 4 equal to 4. Clear? Next